Good evening, everyone. How are you today in social media land? This is your girl, Lakecia Lockridge, and I am the host of Let's Talk Grief. This is the City of Hearts where we deep dive into real conversations, we explore raw emotions, and we have honest discussions. So brace yourself because it gets real when we discuss the journeys of love, loss, coping, and resilience. I hope you all are having a wonderful night. I am so excited today. I got my girls with me. I got Miss K.Marie. Y'all better know her as Keisha Spencer. And I got Miss Ebonee Cannon of Care Support Solutions. So without further ado, let me welcome Ebonee and Keisha to the stage.
Hey y'all.
How y'all doing, ladies?
Hey, hey,
All right.
hey.
Hey, how
All
y'all doing?
right. So I know they probably like, she ain't read no bios tonight. Nope, I ain't read no bios tonight. This is a night of let's talk. Let's get it out in the
Let's
open.
get it.
Let's get it out in the open. I don't know about them, but I got my wine glass. What about you? What's in your cup, Ebonee?
You know.
Cause period.
You know.
Yes, indeed. So let's just start off by Keisha. Introduce yourself to the world, girl. Let them know who you are and what you represent.
Girl, you chose me first. You know I'm
Yeah,
shy.
girl, stop.
I lie, nothing to tell you. What's up, everybody? This is your girl, Keisha Spencer, also known as K.Marie, the Hype Me Up Queen, the CEO of Hype Me Up K.Marie, and the founder of Fit for a Purpose nonprofit. I'm excited, number one, to be invited on a platform with my girls, to say the least. We share several different platforms together. We're basically family at this point. And so I'm just excited. I'm so proud of you, Lakecia, for this platform and bringing people on to talk about grief and to just, me, I like to call it a wind down. And so,
Mhm.
it's literally what people are doing. They're winding down so that they can get in a place where they can be vulnerable and they can talk about life and how they're dealing with the loss of different things in their life. So I'm excited to have this conversation on tonight and to be on here with you all.
Absolutely. Well, we're excited to have you and thank you so much. I am so happy that I do have this platform. This is a journey. This has been a journey for me, but I'm just excited to be able to bring real life discussions to people, and let them know it's okay. It is okay. We all
That
go through
part.
life for all of us, but it is okay for us to be able to speak about it, be vulnerable, and just talk about it and learn from each other. Empowerment is amazing. So I'm not gonna keep talking because I want Miss Ebonee to step in and tell the world who she is. Miss Ebonee.
Hey y'all. I'm Ebonee Cannon, owner of Kitty's Fun Yard. That's a bounce house rental and soft play equipment. E-care support solution where I offer workplace mentorship along with CPR certification and recertification. Again, yes, I do. I appreciate these ladies. I love these ladies. I'm the secretary of Fit for a Purpose and also a mentor of Fit for a Purpose. And yes, Keisha, we are so proud of you, girl. And I'm not a
Thank
big talker,
you.
so you know,
Girl, you gonna talk tonight, girl. You gonna
I'm
talk
here.
tonight.
But thank you for this opportunity. Thank you.
Yes. So it's Marie said, hello, Queens. Hello to you,
Hey, hey,
Queen.
hey.
Hey,
Miss Pat, Reverend Pat on here. She said, hey, beautiful.
Hey,
Hey to
Reverend
you too,
Pat.
Miss
beautiful. How
Pat.
you doing? So awesome. I'm just excited to have my girls on here. Ebonee, I want to start with you first because you are the quiet one
Yes,
out
I
of all of us. You stay under the radar, but you are doing some amazing things out here. And I just want the world to know, So let's talk a little about e-care support solutions. Just give us a brief rundown of what e-care support solutions is.
Okay, so e-care support solution is what it's called, what you how you say it. It's a problem solving company. Um, right now I am only offering CPR and mentorship in the workplace, but I have a lot of things brewing. I'm not gonna speak on it now because I like for things to be solidified before I actually start introducing and talking about it because I don't want to throw
Yeah,
no jinx in nothing.
that's
But
right.
overall, e-care support solution gonna be something big and something great and something phenomenal. Mark my
That's
word.
it. I'm
Yes,
so
Yeah.
ma'am.
proud of you. I'm so proud of you. And
Thank you.
Keisha, I know you got a lot going on too, girl. But before we get into that, we just want to let everybody know that um I felt this was a great platform for us to come on to let people know that grief is just not always about death.
Yes.
It's not always about death. Life be life, and we grieve in a lot of ways. When you love something and you lose it, you grieving it. Period. Point blank. But we always have to find a way to cope, and the coping brings the resilience. So
Yes.
I just wanted to pretty much bring this platform together tonight to basically talk about entrepreneurship and just being a young entrepreneur is still living life. Because yeah, they might see the posts, they might see us on Facebook and we posting the pictures and our accolades and accomplishments, but we still living real life out here. And they got to know that just because we posting it and just because it's happening, that doesn't mean life stops for us. If anything, I really feel like we getting hit harder than the ones who just living an average life out here. You feel me? So I just wanted to talk about that a little more. But before we get into that, I want Keisha to introduce what she got going on. Did we lose my girl?
No, she right there. Where she
No,
froze.
she froze, but that's okay because we're gonna get her back and we got time to do it. So if you curious, Keisha, go out, come on back in. But yeah, life is lifing. If it
Yeah.
ain't lifing, if life ain't lifing for you, then I don't know what you do.
Right.
Because
Right. Right.
it is lifing for the real ones out here. So I'll start with you, Ebony, while we wait on Keisha to come back in. What inspired you to start your own business? What inspired you to start on the entrepreneur route?
Honestly, being amongst other entrepreneurs all my life, my family background revolves around nothing but entrepreneurs, nothing but
Okay.
leaders. So I knew that in my heart that I was gonna go that route. Didn't know how, but I knew I was gonna go that route eventually. I'm not scared of work. I've been working 22 years of my life in my same career, so I'm not scared of work. But I always knew that I was going to be some form of a leader, whether or not it was in a corporation or me having my own business.
Yeah.
So when you came up with the thing with the title "Blooming Through the Blues,"
Yes.
I was like, baby, she hit that on the money.
Did.
She hit that on the money because blues come in all shapes, form of fashion, all
Listen.
type
Yeah.
of challenges, whether it's with your job, your kids, your mate, or a death in the family, financial hardship, health issues, whatever it is. When you don't give up, oh, you blow me through the blues, baby. So I was like, oh, she did that when she
Listen, baby.
she did that.
You
Yes,
talking about right on time.
Mm-hmm.
girl. And I couldn't think of nothing else to just explain all of us being together at one time because I know y'all stories. I know the trials and the tribulations. Y'all know my story. But the thing about it, neither one of us has ever given up. We have bit, but we ain't breaking. And
Talk about
so
it.
Blooming Through the Blues was like the perfect title for me, for us.
Yes, 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 yes.
So, Keisha, I know you froze for a moment. You had to go out and come back in, but I want to ask you the same question. Like, what inspired you to start your entrepreneurship? Like, what? Because when we reconnected, 'cause I can't say met because we already knew each other. When we
Right.
reconnected, you were already um on the journey of entrepreneurship. So, what started you on that journey?
To be honest, like I've been I've been from the time I turned 18, I was thrown into a management position. And I've been working since I was in the 6th grade. And as time went on and I was experiencing life, motherhood, being a wife, working these jobs that where I was overworked and underpaid, I started to recognize like the value that I bring, to any situation. Like
Mhm.
whether that's in the relationship, whether that's a friendship, whether that's in the workplace. And when I start to recognize, my value add, it started to make me recognize that like I have many gifts that I haven't tapped into. And I
Yeah.
know that your gifts make room for you. So when I was teaching, I just had this epiphany with the parable about the 10 talents. And and how you had this one person that buried their talents. And they thought they were doing a good thing by just leaving them there, and I'm just going to report back to you with what you gave me. That way I don't owe nobody nothing. I'm just bringing this back. And to see how the guy that tripled the talents and brought them back, and how he was tremendously blessed. And it made me think about my life. God didn't instill all these things in me at such an early age for me not to be able to capitalize off them. And so when
Absolutely.
I was teaching that, I learned then that like there is other use for the gifts. Like, you know what I'm saying? Of course
Mhm.
I want to help people, but let me do it in a structured way, because he just didn't give me this to just of course I'm sprinkling my seeds on good soil and I'm looking for the harvest. But not only that, like what can I do in the meantime? And so that's when I kind of had that epiphany. Now when I started all wrong. When I started, uh, so I started big. Like to be honest, when I think back, I started from where I wanted to see the business going, and not even thinking about what I was doing. And so I got a corporation. I I could have just did me a whole little EIN and been a sole proprietor with the way I started, but I done went on LegalZoom and I got a whole incorporated business. Didn't know what I was doing. Okay, so I started working out, losing weight, and feeling great. And I'm like, okay, fit for a purpose. I'm trying to get fit so I can, walk in this purpose. And so I get the business, and it's asking me for a secretary and a treasurer or whatever, vice president. So boom, I put my oldest son name down, because I'm thinking about legacy and all that. I'm thinking about all the good stuff about business, and then boom, I put my baby boy name after him. He's, I'm passing this on. Didn't know what I was doing, did not seek counsel or professional development to know where I was headed. And I started selling TLC products. I never forget when when I when I got my EIN and I registered the business. I was like, okay, boom, I'm gonna entrepreneur now. Didn't have not a like a business plan to the first. I'm like, I'm gonna sell weight loss products. I'm gonna make it be about that. But God kept putting something else in me. And my good friend Shamika Gibson. She is one of my business mentors. And she reached out to me where she was putting out a mentorship for businesses, and just so happened I caught the last slot that she had, and she was like, "So what you doing with this business?" And mind you, just like we are all like connected from childhood, me and
Mm-hmm.
her were connected from childhood. We went to elementary school together.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, "What you doing with this business?" She was like, "I want you to be a part of my mentorship." And I'm like, "You know what? You right on time, honey, because I didn't know what I was doing, and I needed this." And she was so helpful. Went through the program for like 6 months, and that's when I truly understood business. And she was like, "Girl, you like a lawsuit waiting to happen with these kids' name on it."
Yeah.
But going through that mentorship, it basically realigned my focus with Fit for a Purpose. And I'm trying to see. So it started with me throwing my cousin on Fit for a Purpose. I'm like, you know what, cause I trust you, you gonna be the treasurer. You know what I'm saying? And she kept on saying, like, now look, I don't mind supporting you and whatever, but I might, this your thing, like she like, but I'm gonna support you. And so I'm like, just long as you can, as long as I can trust you, because I really don't know what I'm doing still. And
Oh,
then
girl.
when connected with Ebonee, like Ebonee was like heaven sent. And as a matter of fact, I want to say that Miss Kita was the one that thought about Ebony. Like, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, Ebony been knowing her since we were little kids, and so I'm like, you know what? It would be nice to get somebody that I already know, their personality, their heart, and Ebony came in like, and she helped me make it make sense, like, you know what I'm saying. She gonna question me, and okay, now so and so for me, I need that because I'm so used to being the one, in charge of everything, trying to figure everything out. So she came in and she was like, okay, this is what I can do for you. And so for anybody to come in and lend their time, you know, like that's a blessing, because I had put it out there, and to be honest, I wasn't sure if anybody would budge. There were a lot of people that showed interest, and they came through for a season. I appreciate that, but Ebony has been like down for the count. And then of course you, Lakecia, when you came in town and you like, look, whatever I can do to help out, and I'm like, man, say less. God, and somebody had told me that God would send the people. Once you make it make sense, God is gonna send the people, and He did just that with y'all. And so, that really just was the highlight of Fit for a Purpose. Even putting it on the table for a minute when I transitioned to Atlanta, because I was gonna try to figure out how to incorporate what we was doing, and we had just really got started doing it. And
Mm-hmm.
so then I make this big move. And so just because anybody that is into nonprofit work that's listening, um, first of all, it's self-funded. You're relying on fundraisers and things like that. And
Mm-hmm.
so, when you're trying to establish yourself on a personal note, like with this being volunteer work of the heart, missionary work, it's easy to table something that you're not making any money from. And so it got put down, but it serves a greater purpose. And so we're excited to be on the relaunch as of June.
Yes.
So that's that's kind of like what drove me into that. And then not only that, when I joined the CEO district and just met a lot of amazing women that were like minded and that were like already in some of the places that we were heading. And so, to even introduce that to you all and the people that you've met, through, just joining that organization, like it's not about you being able to, because I would love to be like, oh, I'm gonna do everything for Lakecia business. I'm gonna do everything for Ebonee business. Ebonee already had a business, coming into this thing. You already had a business coming into this thing, but we
Yes.
all was like lacking something,
Mm-hmm.
to take our business to the next level, and we're still growing. And
Mm-hmm.
so, like being around other innovative minds, that we can kind of bounce off and they can kind of assist in times. I know there have been like connections, like Vicky has, came along and share her gifts. Miss Jaria, has been one of the ones that,
Yes.
and then it's been a lot of connections that I know we've all made, just by trusting ourselves on this entrepreneurial journey. And so
Absolutely.
that's what keeps me thriving. And even with the media and marketing with Hype Me Up K.Marie, like I wouldn't have been able to do that, had I not stepped outside of my comfort zone and just decided to become an entrepreneur, because I really didn't know the highlight of my gifts. And so
Absolutely.
when I figured it out, I'm like, oh, I'm in this thing, man, because they paying me for the juice. Like,
Absolutely. I love it. So it was similar for me. I just knew I wanted to make an impact.
Yeah,
I
right.
right.
knew service was always one of my gifts. But I was like, okay, God, I know this service is one of my gifts, but I'm tired of giving my gift away.
Come on.
How I'm gonna
Come
make a
on.
dollar with my gift, and I knew my gift would make room for me. So I started with jewelry. Making jewelry was something that I used to do just to take my mind away from the real world. Like it was something I enjoyed. And I actually did good with that. Then I started trying to be a scientist in the kitchen with the body butters. And don't my body butters now. They the bomb.com. You heard me. But
Listen.
I was like, okay, God, I don't like the aspect of hounding people for money. I don't like all that. Like that ain't this my gift, but this ain't my gift. So
Right.
I reconnected with you, Keisha. I reached out to you. I buried my soul to you. Like, look, this is what I'm trying to do. You was like, let me connect you with the CEO district. And within that, I had no idea the birthing that God would do throughout that's when I linked with Angela, and
Mhm.
something that I loved to do as a child became something that was like mainstream income for me, and it's simply something that God want me to do anyway. And that's
Mhm.
share my testimony, share my story. And even now, I done shared my story all across the world, you know. I done shared my story all across the world, but I'm tapping into new genres now. Like, I'm starting to want to step outside the self-help. I have people contacting me on a daily basis with helping them write their books. I'm actually starting to ghostwrite for people. So, like, God has opened doors. My gift
Come
has
on.
literally made room for me. And I'm just so grateful because, like I said, I started with jewelry, but I had no idea the path that God was going to take me on. So I do want to say this to our viewers. He might start you where you don't know where it's going,
Listen.
but
Yeah,
you just continue on that path. Because when he takes you on a path, it might not make sense when you start, but
right,
trust and believe eventually it'll start to make sense and it will all align. But trust and believe nothing he is sending you on is for no reason. Everything is for a reason and for a purpose. So
right.
you got to trust and believe with it. So
You gotta
yes, so
believe that you are fit for a
Oh, oh,
purpose.
it's for a purpose. I'm trying to tell you. And it was crazy because I wanted to have my own nonprofit. But I ain't gonna lie to you, the working, pitching for money and all that ain't me. So he
And
aligned me to be a part of a nonprofit and still be able to do my due diligence, but
right.
I ain't gotta go seeking for no monies and I
Listen, and you know what? I think that was our conversation. Like you being
hmm
interested in starting and I'm like, you know what? Well, I got this already built and I can incorporate, what you're passionate about and we can work together, sis. Because
And I
it's some
remember
work,
yes,
that. I remember that.
yes.
it's some work in it.
So I just want to send a shout out to say, hey, to Zena, I see you here. Simone, I see you here. Chantel, thank y'all for joining us. Quita, thank you for joining us tonight. But yes, girl, like God knew what He was doing when He reconnected all of us. Cause
Listen,
baby,
and the joy that behind, even if it's just one life, that you touch and makes,
yes,
an impact. And like one of the highlights that we all got a chance to share was, when we did the community service for the senior citizens home.
Yeah,
yes,
There
that
was
was
just,
dope.
to be able to do something like that. And that was more of a bringing bringing like more light to your book, caregivers need love too, because
hmm
even though we did it for the senior citizens home, we made sure we included the staff in that and wanted to, love on them and make sure that, they felt appreciated.
yes. So I just want to be transparent. Like, yeah, God aligned us with, our paths and our destiny, and we are continuously walking in them. Um, but I want to be transparent and let them know that life be life for us too. Just because they see us posting all these accolades and
Listen,
accomplishments and pictures of things we have done and we are doing, I really feel like life probably be life and more for us than it do for the average person. But it's because we have a greater purpose. And not saying that we are better than anyone. That is not what I'm saying. But I just want to let the people know life be life and for us. So I want to be transparent about that because even though life be life and for us, we have the courage. We have the resilience to keep pushing through it all.
yeah, listen.
So, Keisha, I know I want you to tap in on your relocation. And on your relocation, because that thing was, girl, I see you
Ooh,
in the ring,
yeah.
but you fought through that, and I'm
Baby,
so proud of
I'm
you.
still fighting through it.
Woo, but you did it, and I'm so proud of you. And then, Ebony, you just recently experienced a loss, a big major loss in your life, a team player, and I know life is still life for you throughout that. Y'all know my story, honey. Shoot, man, life ain't let up on me. You heard
Listen.
me. I feel like Mike Tyson and Vanna Holyfield been in the ring, but hey, I'm pressing through.
Mm-hmm.
Any day that God allows me to open my eyes, I know that I got something more out here to accomplish, and it may not necessarily be for me, but it's for His glory.
That's right. That's right.
So
Listen.
we gonna start with Keisha. Cause that relocation thing I almost took my baby out of here. I was like, nope, we ain't giving up. We gonna fight through. We gonna fight through. You
Girl.
girl.
Listen. I had been coming back and forth to Atlanta, and y'all, I would have never, ever, ever in my life dreamed of moving out of town. I had a fear of moving away from a support system, like, and I started coming back and forth to Atlanta, quote unquote, the anthology 2020 versus 2020, the CEO
Yes.
Chronicles. My chapter was called A Year of First. So it was like the
Yeah.
first time I had got on the airplane, the first time I had got on a boat, the first time I had came somewhere alone and just showed up as myself, like with no like friend or cousin or somebody with me, in an unfamiliar territory. So like that was a lot for me right then. That's when I became a radio personality, started writing my first book. It was a lot going on, and all of that happened at the end in the pandemic. And so, like, I'm like, okay, Atlanta, I got a market down there. I'm seeing my people might be down here now. I love my folks, but as far as me on this entrepreneur journey, and no offense to nobody in Memphis, because y'all know I still love y'all, but as far as me growing a business, like the support as far as my family and friends was real. Like just, supporting my hustles. But my
Mm-hmm.
dream, like, you know what I'm saying, what for my business, they weren't necessarily supporting that because they didn't need what I was offering.
So
And
let's put
so,
a pin in it there, because for me it was totally different. Like, my family was proud of me, my friends were proud of me, but they were my support. All of my support was out of state, out of town. It was Georgia, it was Texas, it was Maryland, it was everybody but my loved ones and my friends. Like,
right.
so for you to even have the support of your family here, that was amazing.
Right.
Yeah.
It was a huge blessing, but like I said, they supported the hustle. They
Mhm.
supported Spencer Snacks, and they supported K.Marie Styles, me doing hair, and you know what I'm saying? Like they supported more of that journey because as far as where I was going in, and they supported Fit for a Purpose. Let me say that. I don't want to like, because like you said earlier, like I've always been a person that enjoys providing service and helping others out. And so my family is like, hey, if it's a good cause, and we can assist or we can help, they don't mind doing that part. But when it came down to my dream as an entrepreneur and where I want to go, they really couldn't help me in that space. And so
Mhm.
the entrepreneurs that were already established in Memphis, I mean, let's just be real. Memphis has cliques. If you ain't grow up, you know what I'm saying, with this person, like y'all ain't been long term friends. Nobody was trying to like do any type of workshops and community events to help people that were just now becoming entrepreneurs. Nobody had lives where they were giving off information, and it seemed like I didn't see that until I started branching off and meeting people from out of state. And like literally nobody was letting me in a circle.
You absolutely right, because even though I grew up in the city of Memphis, I left Memphis for a long time. And coming back, it was like I was a foreigner, like I was an outcast. Like no one was trying to, say, "Hey, we know her." You know what I'm saying? We gon' listen. Like I literally was like,
Like
"Do
they
we know
didn't,
you?"
like they don't believe in you. That's
Yeah, and it's still like that now for me. Um, and that's why I say I still all of my business now is still out of town, but I'm cool with it now. It
right,
doesn't
right.
bother me as much
Well,
as it
can
does
I
it
chime
did
in?
then.
Can I chime in?
You
Come on
sure
with it.
can. Come
Yeah,
on, look, Ebony.
let me chime in. Well, I got to give a big shout out to my family, to my friends.
Okay.
They've been stepping in a major way when it comes to my business.
Yeah.
Everybody is, if you know me, you know I don't do a lot of promotion. I don't do a lot of talking. I don't do a lot of marketing. I don't do I want to? Yes. Am I going to? Yes. It's just gonna happen with time because that's just me. That's my personality. I'm a strong introvert. But my family keep that money coming in, y'all. My friends, my real friends, they advocates for me. They referring for me. They helping me make money in my sleep, and I ain't post a thing. I'm
Listen.
thankful and I'm truly blessed for that. So I have to give them a shout out because I'm blessed to have a strong support system in Memphis. Now I was in Nashville when I started my business, my first business, and I end up having to move back to Memphis because it took off faster than what I expected. And it was taking a
Yes.
toll on me constantly hitting that highway, coming back and forth every
Mm-hmm.
weekend, and I just couldn't leave that money on the table.
Well,
Listen.
So
we know how your family
That's
step
right,
in
because
yeah,
because they
yeah.
you was
step
still in
big
Nashville.
in every time.
Oh my, I'm truly blessed. I'm thankful. I'm very appreciative.
Look at your niece.
They step, they step. And the thing about my family is whatever I'm with, they with.
That
So if
part.
I'm connected to you, I'm with you. They gonna step for you just because they're a part of me. So
Yes.
The Cannon family, Shanika, the Frank family, Fit for a Purpose, Vicky East, y'all know who y'all is. They step. They step when I
Yes.
don't when I don't even make no effort, they step. So I just wanted to do that. I just wanted to do
I
that.
love it. I love it. You got your flowers early, girl, because you know you was
Listen.
gonna get your flowers in a minute, girl. You got your flowers early, but I love it. I
Ain't
love it.
look, ain't nothing
And I
wrong
have
with it.
witnessed your family and how they step for you. Like even now, you were key on her. She like, yep, mm-hmm.
That's my right hand right there. That's
Rakia
my
said
right hand
Yeah.
the
right there.
Cannon compound.
Can't
You better
compound,
know it.
baby.
I love it. And you
Yes.
know, my family, they are always they are proud of me, but also when they don't understand what you're doing,
Right.
that can be a big difference as well
Right.
because like they may be proud of me, but they don't really know what I'm doing. They just know I'm doing it. So they
Right.
like, congratulations, we
Yeah.
love you,
That
we
sound like
support
my
you.
people.
But you know, I'd be like,
Baby. They go they
come on
gonna
in
get
the
on that social
congratulations.
media post. Hey, do the damn thing. All they doing.
Right. Can I get you to share a post? Can I get you to do, like make it make sense? But I don't know.
But
I love my family and I appreciate the love that they give me, even though they don't understand what I got going on. But before we wrap this thing up tonight, we gotta talk about being mothers.
Woo.
Being mothers and entrepreneurs, cause baby. But before we go to that, Ebony, you just experienced a loss, and I know when it came down to co-parenting, y'all was my goals. Y'all was my goals when it came down to co-parenting. And I want to know how are you coping with that journey now? That your other parent is gone. How are you coping with it? How are you still pushing through? You're trying to be there for your baby, your child, as well as still doing entrepreneurship and still trying to push through. Like, that's a lot, girl, but I'm so proud of you because you do it with so much grace, you know? So I just want to know where you are mentally with it.
And we being transparent.
We're being transparent. Hey,
come on,
this
talk
is let's
about it.
talk about it.
I'm gonna say this. I'm angry. I'm still angry. I don't know when I will get to a point to where I will accept that he's no longer here because it wasn't fair. He was one of the good ones. He didn't bother nobody. I'm gonna try to keep this as clean as I can keep it clean. But I'm angry. I'm angry. You took that man from kids that loved him unconditionally. And when I say unconditionally, it's like they didn't have to see him every day to know that their
Mm-hmm.
father loved them.
Mm-hmm.
When I met that man, we was 11 years old. 11.
Wow.
11 years old. That was my partner. That was my best friend. That was my walking diary. That was my that was my that was my nigga, man. And them, I'm sorry. I'm gonna
Don't
keep it
be
clean as I
sorry.
can keep it, but I'm angry.
Pathetic.
I'm truly angry because why?
Mm-hmm.
And why we still ain't got no answers?
Listen,
Why?
that's the part right there when you ain't got no closure.
What? What did he do to you? He was just getting off work. What did he do to you? Why? Every time you see that man had a smile on his face. Why you thought he was ready to go?
Yeah, I get it. I get it. Not having any closure with my brother, that left me, ooh, Keisha, that left me stuck, stagnant, couldn't focus, couldn't do anything. I'm just getting to a point where I'm able to even talk about it without tears or anger, because why?
Right.
That's the only question you have, and you
Right.
stuck in time. So I get it, Ebony. I truly get it, and I understand where you're coming from. No one deserves that. Nobody deserves that. And I know him
Mhm.
personally, and I know that
Right.
man was all smiles and love. So my condolences to you. My condolences to your son. Because I know that this is hard for him. He
Mhm.
used to having his daddy.
Man.
You know, and his dad instilled some great things in him because he is a great person, and I know this. So my condolences to y'all. But we just have to be transparent to let them know, like, man, just because y'all see us folks posting what we
Man.
didn't accomplish, y'all don't know what we go through when them doors
Listen.
close.
Because
Them
I'm
Listen.
silent
angry
periods.
as hell.
Listen. And you
Man,
know what? Like, because I've experienced the same thing. But it's been a minute. It's been a minute because my oldest son dad is not living. He was killed. And even with the closure, even with the people that did it and how he was set up and all of that, um it still hurt. Like, you know you can get closure and that don't mean it's gonna go away, because you're not the only person that's affected by it. And and for me, it was my oldest son. When me and my ex-husband, when we separated, that's when grief hit him. Like, I don't think he even knew what grief was until the absence of a male in his life. And when he started to experience that, it was hard on me because I couldn't feel. That's a void that you just cannot feel. It's
yeah,
and I'm just gonna say it, cut it dry. When they're dead and gone, like, there's nothing you can do about that. Like, literally. And I seen it firsthand when my son started possessing anger issues and frustration, and like nothing could make him happy, like, and it affected him. It affected him in school, it affected him in sports, it affected him in relationships, and it affected our household because we
yeah,
were falling out. He was becoming disrespectful towards me, and in his mind, the only person that could understand him is his deceased father.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
yeah,
and
ma'am.
the, And the thing about my son is he had no memories of his father. So he didn't even have that to hold on, you know what I'm saying? To just, have something to feel like we shared this moment together. We did this together. So it was like a even greater void because he didn't even have it to lean on. And so I didn't know how to comfort him in that. Like, you
hmm,
know, and so I feel you, Ebony, just, being angry, and like you move on from it because you have to.
yeah,
But it doesn't leave your heart and your mind. And yeah, that's a
Yeah. You
yeah.
Because I'm
said a word right
angry.
there. You said a word right there because it don't leave your heart and your mind, but we persevere through because we know that's what we gotta do.
Now that's
Like
blooming through
I
the blues.
man, when man blooming through the blues, you better know it. Blooming through the blues. You
Good.
know, it's some days where I don't even want to get up out the bed, but I think about what my brother would say. Oh, I think about what my granddad would say, them two men right there was my world. And I can hear my brother name, like, get up, you know what I'm saying? Get up. And I press my way through, because I know it's bigger than me. It's bigger than me. Yeah, I want to make an impact in this world. But in order for me to make an impact, I gotta put self aside. It's
Yes.
bigger than me. It is so much bigger than me. So I just commend both of y'all because Kish, you packed up and moved your children to a whole nother state. And I've
Girl,
done it
and in the
before,
in the million times that I had a little piece of regret since I've been here, and I'm still like pressing on through it. I just had a
but
recent
I've been in
challenge.
your shoes. I've been in your shoes, but the difference was financially, it wasn't as hard as it is now. You
Yeah,
did it in the midst of now we need to all be living in a house together to survive. But you did it and you are still thriving. So my head is off to you. My little silent killer back there, Miss Ebonee Cannon, my head is off to you because you are the epitome of still making it happen and not even depending on social media to do it. We depend on social media because social media it's an easier avenue to reach the multitude. And sometimes I be like, I don't want social media, but I go back to social media because that's my
yep,
way of reaching the most multitude.
yeah,
But I need to get better though. I need to get better with engaging in social media and marketing on social media. That's something that I need to get better with, being consistent about it. But that's why I need y'all. That's why I need
hmm
y'all. Y'all got to show me how to schedule and get on
Girl, we
board.
look, we gonna talk about that off of this show because I got you,
Okay, we're gonna have to
girl. I'm gonna
have us
show
a
you
whole
how to
meeting.
do it, girl.
Y'all remember
What
we
you
had that
said,
little. Y'all
Rakia
remember we
said
had that
God
little
don't play
boot
about his children.
and
No,
don't
you don't. You
And
don't.
don't.
You
and
don't.
don't. Y'all
And
remember
he
we had
don't.
that little bootleg meeting and we was trying to figure out what was gonna go under our umbrella. And funny thing is,
Yes, I
funny
still
thing
got that
is,
paper.
funny thing is, we are all slick walking in that space of everything that we outlined. It wasn't pretty, it wasn't professionally done, but it was a vision.
Yeah.
Write the vision, make it plain.
Plain. That's what they
Listen,
said. That's what they said.
But also they have to know that we didn't none of us came into this business knowing what to do. It was about learning, being
yes,
coachable, being teachable,
listen, that
Yes.
part,
putting
Yes.
down the risk, just walking in faith,
right,
walking in faith in the unknowing. Cause
right,
Yes.
baby, I swear I feel like Ray Charles. Like me when it came to business, I ain't know nothing. But hey, I kept pushing, I kept walking. And you have to take a risk and you have to bet on yourself.
yes,
You
that
know,
part.
bet on yourself, believe in yourself, and watch them doors open. Cause doors still opening for me that I had. Man, I be sitting in the mirror like, little old me.
Yes. Yes.
Little old me. But hey, it is what it is. I'm grateful. I'm thankful. And also you have to understand that if you want change in your life, you want to receive and be a part of something greater and bigger, you're gonna have to make the necessary changes. And for me,
Woo.
that was stepping away from some friends and family members that I love. You know what I'm saying? I always love them, but they wasn't on the same page. Them some
Mhm.
hard decisions to make. You know what I'm saying? it was changing some of the ways and some of the habits that I had. Those were
Mm-hmm.
hard decisions to make, but I had to make them because I got a bigger goal in mind.
Right.
I'm here for a greater purpose. So, you know, that's what that was. But Ebony, why don't you tell the world what you got happening soon? Because I'm so proud of my girl. And if I could just get her to post it.
I got
Listen.
posted. Okay, so by trade, I am a certified medical assistant, also a clinical facilitator. So I've been on this journey for 22 years. I've been a certified medical assistant for 22 years. So I'm coming out with a book, an anthology of the
Yeah.
journey inside of a medical assistant.
Come on,
And
girl.
this book is going to be very transparent.
Yes.
I want you to say how you feel, your mistakes, your challenges, your encouragements, your whys, your wheres, where you're going. So if you know any former, current, expiring, coming up, upcoming certified medical assistants, y'all inbox me, hit me up, and I'm gonna post it, girl. I'm gonna post it.
Yes. I'm so happy for my sis. Because people need
Yes.
to know, like,
Step
they really
into
need to
it.
know what goes on in that world, in that field. I can't write about that one because I don't know. I don't know. But I'm so happy for you, and I know it's gonna get posted. We finna promote, because I know it's other
Okay.
women out there like you who need to tell and share their
Yes.
story. And not only that, even with you sharing your story, let me tell you the blessing that God gives you with that.
Tell me,
That's
girl.
generational wealth. That's something can't nobody take away from you or your children. When you gone, your
Right.
kids can still sell your book and make it happen.
Listen.
So that's the blessing in sharing your testimony. You know that. What you got going on, K.Marie, to hype me up, Queen?
Girl, look, let me just say this. Let me just say this. Uh I have been forced into a space where I am like solely dependent on my business. And so with that being said, some things that I called myself was like kind of taking my time on. Nope. I had to step right on into it. So with Hype Me Up K.Marie, all things media and marketing, of course. I'm still doing how I started with graphics, landing pages. My target is business startups from the very beginning. I am affordable, I am humble, and I am helpful. And so that is just what separates me from most people. I customize it. I try to help people, but also figure out a way that I can get money in my pocket as well as I'm sharing knowledge. And so I am going to be getting back into podcasting. My show will be coming back out. Hype Me Up K Marie.
Come
I'm working
on,
on the
Emily.
details now. And like I really wanted to, because I need money right now again. I've been forced into like solely depending on my business, even with my kids' business that we launched it back in 2020, in 2021. But since we got into Atlanta, um, I've pretty much allowed it to be reborn, and that's the Spencer Snacks business. That is my way of teaching my kids how to be entrepreneurs early, as well as creating some income flow in the house. Where I'm not telling them no all the time, or mama can't do this, mama can't do that. And so creating something that they can value and they can, learn early responsibility, like that's a focus now. I didn't think that that was going to be a necessary thing, but situations has pushed it, and I'm like, okay,
Girl.
God, if this what I supposed to been investing more time and energy into, you should have just said that. And
Man, we got
so
to do a whole nother show about that because when I tell you, Keisha, girl, they don't
listen.
understand. understand the struggles that I be going through when I'm telling you, like, I know I have applied to over 150 jobs. I have a
Listen,
CDL. I have a degree. And when I say God been blocking it all,
listen.
Well,
ooh,
yeah.
Girl, ever since I found out that my contract was ending with my major source of income, I've been applying at jobs. I've been, and then it's like I'm not finna take no $13 job. Like my house can't live off that. Like I'd rather
mm-mm.
like hustle it out and market my business because I can't work somewhere for 40, 45 hours a week and my check I don't even
It
see
And
it.
don't
you can't
add
pay
up.
your
It don't
bills at
add up.
home. You hear me? Girl, well, look, we gonna
So
have to have a whole nother show
that's
on that,
yeah, that
Keisha,
is a
because
whole nother.
baby,
But
I'm
now,
4 months
but
in.
listen, so the focus is now on Fit for a Purpose. So with the tutoring program, like I'm committed to that because I do have a background in education, so that help the mindset and pretty much like creating a program that I know would be sufficient. And of course the mentorship. So like this is causing me to like bring things that I table back to life. And so if this is the direction that God wants me to go in and he stripped me all the way down again, because it's not my first rodeo, he stripped me all the way down again for me to invest my time and energy and what I was purposed to do, then so be
Girl, I've been stripped down too, and I know that God got me walking in the path that He wants me walking in. I'd be like, but God, I need some income to come with this path.
That's right.
But I cannot lie and sit here and say the entrepreneurial opportunities that have been coming my way literally been falling in my lap. So I know that I'm on the right path, and it's like, for me, it's like every time I go and apply for a job, I always get smacked with the thought of, so you gonna keep sleeping on yourself? I'd be like, "Ooh, get out me, get off me, get off
it.
me,"
Listen.
But Ebony, I left this comment up on the screen because, as you see, you talked about it, and look, bam, she been in the business for 28 years. So connect with Miss Zena on
Thank
writing that
you.
book. Yes,
Thank you.
ma'am. So
Okay.
And
do that.
I
Tina.
think Tiffany, who she was a help to Fit for a Purpose at some point. She's in that field too. So
Okay.
Tiffany Rain.
Tiffany
yeah,
Rain.
Tiffany.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
I'm gonna post it. We gonna
And look,
hey.
it's
look,
gonna come through. You got to trust, you got to believe, you just got to do it. That's my
yeah.
saying, Auntie Keisha. Just do it. Just like Nike, just do it.
Listen, Vicky said something that done stuck with me forever. Working it until it worked,
What you said, what you
baby.
said.
You gotta do what you
So
gotta do till you get to where you wanna be.
Working until it
absolutely.
worked.
Yep.
Because I'm gonna tell you that, like, this show was birthed after my grandfather passed away. I birthed this show and it's doing amazingly good. I am so excited. Like, I didn't know that it was do this good. And Keisha, y'all, Ebony, baby, when that camera came on at first, I had cotton mouth. I was like,
Now you gotta tell me, that's you be on the camera if I ain't trying to be all
It
over.
is you though, Keisha. It is you. But when I saw what she had going on, I was like,
Okay, I said, baby, you better run this show. I think the first one I tapped in on, that was my comment. You better work this.
okay, girl.
it was just like
You
God
better
will
be a
bring you
host
out
out
of
here in
your
these streets.
comfort zone. Like, it ain't no comfort zone when you walking in alignment.
Yeah.
But
He
this
he
definitely
just
brought me
he
out of
gonna
mine.
throw you out there. And when I tell you, like, book, I got one, two, three book
Come on,
projects
library.
that I'm working on.
Come on, library. Come on, bookshelf.
And one, that's right, trust the process, Raquel. You better know it. But one particular project, I'm hoping that y'all can jump on with me. I don't know, it's y'all choice, but I just want to throw it out here. Um, This project here is called
Don't put
Proverbs 31
don't
to
put too much
Medea.
don't put too much out here, cause baby, the
I ain't
people
gonna put
be
too much there, but look,
yeah. Look,
I'm
y'all know I'm
hoping
a
that
little
y'all
protective
can
of my
jump on the
people now.
project with me because I think this project it's gonna require you to be transparent and just keep it real. You know, I'm all about keeping it real. You know what I'm saying? But I think this project will be great for us. And we ain't did a project together since what? Shio Chronicles?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. So y'all gotta come
It's
on with
time,
it. Come
baby.
on with it. Come on with it.
Listen, it's time for us to it's
Hey,
time for us to accept our awards.
when you
It
say
is.
transparent, you better be
I'm
ready.
ready. You heard me. And so God has really been blessing me because I've been getting a couple of opportunities to ghostwrite. And so I'm excited to do that. I'm
Yeah.
very excited. Like y'all know, writing for me is my happy place.
Oh,
That's
I'm
my
glad you
happy place.
said that because I've been given the opportunity. Why I'm whispering. I've been given the opportunity to sit in the role as a director. So I'm actually working in the filming industry, and
Come
so
on, film director. Come on, girl.
we had a casting call last week and everything, and you know, tonight we were going over, some of the auditions and things, and just kind of gauging the,
Yay.
you know. So.
I'm so happy for y'all. I'm so happy for y'all. And through it all, I knowing y'all stories, knowing what y'all been going through in the past, present, you know what I'm saying? And just to see y'all still standing strong with the smile, the beautiful smiles, and just I love y'all. I'm so happy for y'all.
Love you
I
more.
really
We
am.
love you,
So
Keisha.
before y'all go, Ebony, you done gave your flowers, but I'm gonna let you shout out your family one more time, girl.
TTP, Candy Compound, Shanika Hamilton, Pamela Frank, everybody that's been repeated customers. I done been flourished, remarkable with repeated customers. Y'all, I just
Yeah.
can't thank God enough. I can't thank God enough because I know I can do more and I can do better. But y'all, they stepping. They stepping.
Listen,
Period.
baby, she might not like that camera too much, but she know how to accept an award and do her shout outs, baby.
And do and Keisha, I need you to go and shout out your folks, give your flowers to somebody because you know
Listen,
I love to give flowers to the people while they can still accept them.
listen, I do want to shout out, my family, all of those that support me, all of those to just say I'm proud of you and I knew you had it in you and things like that. That means a lot to me. Um, Shout out to like my mom for just being a stronghold and and your circumstances and your situations, they make you want to do better because you want to show them that somebody can pave the way in our family, and if there's somebody gonna be me, let it be. And so shout out to my family and my friends, man. Let me tell y'all, I got some bum friends that I've been friends with since uh elementary, and my tough times that I've experienced here in Atlanta, they have come through. And it's like everybody know I do not like asking nobody for nothing, but I get in our little group chat and I be like, look y'all, I'm breaking down, I'm crying, look my crying emojis and all that, and they be like, girl, what you need, send us the cash app or the whatever. And people don't know that I go through moments like that because everybody expect for me to have it all together. But I'm a whole
Mhm.
single mom that just been life since I've been in Atlanta. But I'm gonna keep it pushing. So shout out to my friends for just being there for me when I really, really need them the most. Shout out to my clients, like my clients that's been like consistent and just always giving me, work to do. Like that right there is a blessing. Shout out to I gotta give a huge shout out to Kelly A. Barnes for allowing me just a place to stay when I first moved down here, and not even put no pressure on me, but I was determined to not be in there over a month, because I want to bring my kids. But the fact that she really stepped in like a big sister, and even still to this day she's always just trying to think of like ways to be my family and my community while I'm here, for like my oldest son, like that's her nephew. I mean, my baby boy, that's her nephew. Like you can't tell Jordan that, that's not his auntie. And, and so, my kids needed that coming down here, so shout out to, everybody that I've encountered here, my sisterhood, my, women that I met through the CEO district, even in my employers, like just the people that I've been surrounded by and the friendships that I made. So shout out to everybody that has believed in me, loved on me, and supported me.
Ain't that amazing, girl? I'm still looking for my tribe and my support team, but they coming. I know
Look,
they
shout out to
coming.
y'all. Come on, shout
You
out to
got it. You
y'all.
you you got it right here,
Listen, come on.
Period. You
baby.
heard
Right
me.
here.
Period.
The
Period. But
free.
I have to definitely shout out my girls, my children. If you know what, if God didn't give me, if He didn't put me on this earth to do nothing else but be a mother to them girls, I would be good with that. My girls are my biggest supporters, my number one fans. They ain't, baby, they my bodyguards. You ain't feel play with their mama.
I
You
feel
ain't
you on
playing with
that.
their mama. Like, I just love my girls, and I'm just so grateful for the relationship that we have. They get me
Yeah,
together when I need it. They don't let me sleep on myself. You know what I'm saying? They would get on me. And
that's beautiful.
my mama, y'all. When I say God know how to turn some things around, baby, that relationship with me and my mama, it ain't start out pretty, but it
Listen,
is beautiful
and
now.
I
I'm
love that
so
for y'all.
grateful.
Hey,
I'm
Mama
so
Keisha.
grateful for my
Okay,
mother. Yes.
your
So I want to just shout out my
twin.
girls and my mom. Where have you been? Yes. So I was so happy y'all was able to come on here with me tonight. Look, we can't meet. Hold on, Dee Dee. Your mama got a special message for you, baby. Shout
Yes.
Okay,
out to my son. Thank you so much for stepping up, baby, because your mama love you.
come
So
on.
we
Yes.
gotta put that
And
out there.
let me get a shout out to Alonzo Martin, my better half. He been
Okay,
stepping up.
okay,
Come
come
on,
on
better
He been
now.
have. I'm
stepping
trying
up.
to get there.
Okay. And look, and that just, I want to give a shout out to my oldest too, because he has did like a total 360. He has
Yeah.
matured like in a year, just to see his growth and the fact that I'm getting ready to be a grandma.
Yeah.
Hey, Granny.
Congratulations.
I'm finna be a grandma.
Girl, I ain't ready, but congratulations. Yes, indeed.
Look, Granny Keisha.
K-Mom. Okay.
I
Hey,
like
mom.
I like that.
K-Mom.
Hey, Mom, I like that. I like that.
Yes, indeed. But I'm
It might
so
be
excited to
K-Mom.
see where we going with this. I'm so excited to see each and one of us walking in alignment, walking in what God has given us, our gifts making room for us. Y'all know y'all forever got me in y'all corner, root y'all on. And I'm just excited and I'm just happy to be just in the midst. But even when life be life and baby, I'ma
Listen.
still keep pressing through. Every day that I wake up with breath in my body, I know that I got some more work to do.
That's
And I
right.
know that y'all know the same. So y'all might see us posting all the glitter and glam on social media, but let y'all know, baby, life be life, and we some big
Listen,
dogs.
and baby,
We some big
I'm gonna tell y'all about that part too, and there's somebody to judge.
And I drink to that.
Period.
Cause laugh you want to and say life don't be life for you.
What you said, keep it real with yourself.
Listen,
But I thank y'all so much, ladies. We're gonna definitely have to do a part two because we ain't even scratched the surface of these questions. I think I stopped at number 3 and I got 15 on the
yep.
list.
Cause I got off subject because I wasn't ready to talk yet.
It's okay, it's okay. But I really enjoyed y'all tonight, winding
Yes.
down with y'all and just being transparent. I really feel like this was needed because, like I say, when people be approaching me, they be like, I see you on Facebook doing this, doing that. I be like, girl, if you only
If
knew how
only you
many
knew.
tumbos I took before I posted that picture, get out my face. Like,
On them days when people just feel like you should, because they so used to seeing you smile and being so positive, and when really you'll have a day where Like this today, anybody can get it. Like don't nobody need to say get
Anybody,
to
they don't
me.
even know.
And also, when we get together, it's always about business.
Yes,
So
That
to have
part.
yes,
a moment to actually wind down, drink some wine, and ain't trying to collect minutes.
Listen,
yes, yes.
that part.
Because
Yes,
we'll do a business meeting in a minute, won't we?
ma'am.
But yeah, so Keisha, I'm actually before we end, I'm actually getting ready to try to relocate. Well, let me take that try word out of my vocabulary. I'm getting ready to relocate back to Houston. And it's just gonna be me and my baby girl. She wants to do real estate. You know, my baby that graduated. That was my last one, y'all. So she wants to do real estate. Shout out to Zaya Reward, my mini me. That
Okay.
girl got my whole face. You hear me?
Listen.
But we get ready to relocate, and you are the inspiration of me stepping out on faith. And whatever comes my way, I'm ready for it. And so I just want to say my head is off to you. And y'all
Thank
just say
you.
a prayer for your girl, because y'all know, like, I was a risk taker in my younger
Right.
years, you know. But now I'm like,
You
God, I
got it.
don't want to do all that work. I just want to be settled. I just want to be good, you know.
You
But
got it.
I'm getting ready to relocate, and
And you gonna be
I'm
all right.
excited.
You're gonna be
I'm
all right.
excited about the journey.
You are
Yeah,
going
because
to be all
I'm going
right.
to Reverend Tech Church. I'm laying on
I,
the altar. Look.
Keisha, let me tell you something. If something that you didn't know about me, when I moved to Nashville, I applied for a job on a Thursday, got an interview on a Friday, moved on a Saturday, got my lights turned on a Sunday, and went to work on a Monday.
Come
And I was in
listen.
on.
and I was in Nashville for 5 years before I came back. So
Yes,
you're gonna be
indeed.
all right. Keisha, you know, you know.
Listen.
You
Yes.
know, you know. You're
Listen.
gonna be all right. You're gonna be all right.
That's it right there.
Well, I guess it's time for us to end, because we got trollers coming on the show, girl. You know you doing big things when you got trollers coming on the show,
Baby,
girl.
that face told it all. You was like this.
Look, I saw it too, but I just tried to.
Yes, indeed. Well, I thank y'all so much for joining me tonight and winding down. This has been a show of Let's Talk Grief. We thank y'all for tuning in, and we want y'all to have a wonderful, wonderful night.
Right, the kids be doing.